Hello. Can you hear me well? I'm not
Yes.
using phone. Cool. So new laptop works great.
Good. Unfortunately, we might be canceling today.
I figured since no one's here yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Cody.
Okay.
Piccolo the Wolf.
Um,
No, not
well,
Cody, but you know.
Jonesy's here, so we should be as long as our spider whisperer shows up.
Hey, just let you guys know, my little sister is going to be in the room with me.
Okay.
We don't have to change anything. If you hear noises in the background, it's her.
Okay. Is he online?
It's so funny how none of us have any idea how to get across a trapped floor like pit trap.
Well, it was a complicated trap, so.
But then again, I also failed at disarming it, so maybe I could go try again after a long rest.
Yes. Okay. We're all here. So, yes, there's a locked door. I guess I should put Vander with you guys. And then there's the room to the south.
And if I remember correctly, I failed to disarm it, so now the trap has been set off.
Yes.
I got 16 points of damage, or did I heal that already?
I don't know the heal. Yeah, I don't see any healing.
Girl, minus 16.
I think I have some healing stuff, Tobin. I can check.
I can try the I have a. Let me quickly do the second wind first.
Okay. And Vander can give you 6 points of lay on hands.
Thanks. So that's +9 +6.
So almost everything back.
Yep. I'm now at 34 hit points because of the amulet of health.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing?
I mean, the trap is disarmed, so it probably shouldn't go off again.
It
Yeah.
shouldn't.
As a refresher, we came in from this door up north, correct?
From
No,
over
we
here.
came in from the south.
The hallway.
Oh, sorry, the east.
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
And then down here it says not to go down, which is etched into the
Rock.
stone.
Yeah, into the room below here. I think that I saw through the rubble. Maybe. We'll see.
Is
I
that
think-
because of like a trap though, we think?
We're not sure
I don't
why,
know.
but I think we should check it out. We are
I mean, I
explorers
didn't
after
see
all.
anything, and I threw a stone down, and nothing happened. But I did see, was it hobgoblin bodies
Yeah.
or goblin bodies? But
Yeah, it was
so-
goblins. Yeah.
yeah, there was probably a gelatinous cube there as well because it's really clean.
I think we should check it out.
Yeah, I think we should find a way to safely investigate that.
Okay. I'll lead you to it.
We will head down towards the room.
Okay.
Everybody's heading down,
Right,
right?
right over here.
Yeah, not there. Is this wall broken down, by the way?
Yes.
It's rubble.
Okay.
I didn't go down the corridor. I just stayed over here because I'm not sure. I didn't want to go there alone.
What do I have? Can I grab a rock and roll it inside the room? Did you do
That's
that
what
already?
I did. Yeah, I did
And
that.
nothing happened? Can I step inside this room and do a
Wait,
perception check?
wait,
Oh,
wait.
what?
Wait,
Okay.
quick. There's a hole in the wall. I see something through it, and yeah, I see something. So be really careful. There's something behind that door. Alive,
an
a
enemy?
creature, something like a creature.
Behind the door, though.
Like I see there's a hole in the wall, and I see like a little part of it.
Interesting.
If that's correct, DM.
Yeah, it is.
Unless I metagamed right now.
Oh, I see it too. Oh, it's stepping back. It's gone.
Yeah, so be careful.
I'm gonna carefully enter this room, and can I do a perception check?
Yes.
21.
21.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm looking for traps and anything that has happened in this room.
Am I able to like
Go ahead.
prepare a spell so that there's something in that room I can just like nuke it?
Yeah, you can prepare spells.
Yeah, I'll also hide, like not bonus action, but just stealth and prepare my bow.
Okay.
There you go, 22.
All right. So your perception, you definitely see the indications of a gelatinous cube passing through the room previously. The one thing you do find that is somewhat interesting is you find a scale similar to that of Nefari's.
There must be another Naga in this room, guys. I think we should check it out.
Yeah, Vecna seems to be obsessed with getting the Naga for some reason.
There might be another Naga in this room.
I mean, there isn't. We can't see anything.
No, I'm like
But
the
in the
creature you saw through that hole. It might have been just another Naga.
maybe, like, what's the scale, Luca? Do you think it's Nefiris or someone else's? Like, what was the color of the spirit Naga that we fought before?
I believe it was
Did
black and red.
Yes,
That's what the icon looked like.
that is a correct
Did you-
statement. This particular scale has kind of a blue-greenish tint to it.
And
What-
Nefiri was
how
like
is Nefiri?
brownish.
I'm sorry?
And how did Nefiri's scales look?
Nefari's were kind of brown-greenish.
So we can assume that there are several subspecies of Nagas down here, not just Nefiri and the spirit Naga.
Do a nature
think
check
that's a fair
to see if I
assumption, yeah.
know these people or these types of Nagas are friendly.
Roll it.
Not like that. A 3! I am not good with nature. How is...
I mean, you were supposed to be good at nature, but you're a druid.
He keeps.
My wisdom is really high. My nature,
That's an
not so much.
nature is an intelligence. Yeah.
I'm not a very smart person. What? Yeah, I'm not a very smart person.
Can you give me the scale so I can check as well?
Sure, I tossed the scale over to
Okay.
Telgwyn.
Thanks. I'll also roll a nature check just for shits and giggles. 19.
Okay.
I have a +4 intelligence.
So Neferi's scales are almost identical to this, except they were larger.
Oh shit, is it
It's
a
a
baby?
baby. Can I
Not necessarily a baby.
Oh.
A
Neferi's
young adult then.
Neferi's a female.
Oh.
It's a boy. Brim's really excited. He goes up to the hole to peek through it. Can I
Yep.
see it?
It's a boy.
That's crazy.
Yelling out for the hole. It's a boy. Like you
I
just gave
see it.
birth to someone. Yeah.
It's a Naga.
see.
I have confirmed it.
I
Come
think
on,
I
let's
assume it
tame
sees you too.
I don't know that, but it's circling. I don't know if it's me mad or happy. Can I do an animal handling check to see if it's mad or not?
Sure.
But, 18.
Does it
Does it
look?
look upset?
It looks worried.
Looks worried.
I'll join him down there.
Hey, what's wrong? I know your friend.
Are
Can you
you're trying to
speak
talk
common?
to it through the hole?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Brim. Me and a couple of my friends are just exploring down here. We saw a couple of your kind down here. We mean you no harm.
There should
We
only
come
be
in peace.
one other. We are guardians of the shard.
Of the
Krishnabon? That's when
Pelor's, yeah.
Edmund.
Yes.
That's when Edmund kind of saddles to the front of the group.
It's your stick.
I move back.
Yes. Thank you. Are you a servant of Pelor?
I am. Who are you? How'd you get down here? You guys still with me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Were you talking? You might have cut out for a sec.
Yeah. His response was, "Who are you, and how'd you get down here?"
We are adventurers in the service of Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
Correct.
No. This can't be Greyhawk.
Unfortunately, it is.
You may have
We
been
know.
teleported
We
here.
know. Yeah, we know the other Naga that we've met was from Iron Gate. Also teleported here.
No. That's not good. That means the stones are protected.
Where are you supposed to
Stone.
be?
Protecting the shard in Iron Gate.
With Neferi?
Who?
Didn't have a
We gave the name to Nafiri, so he will know that name. They, I don't know their gender.
Can I check this door to see if it's trapped?
Sure.
19.
It is not trapped.
Is it unlocked?
It is not locked.
I open the door and I enter.
Okay.
Rip.
So we know you're not from here. The other one you mentioned was also not. We took her back to the church that's in Greyhawk, and they said they'll take her back to Iron Gate. Like I said, we mean you no harm. If you want, we can also take you back to the church.
Yes, please do so. If we're both gone, then somebody is setting a trap.
You mentioned shards. What are these shards you're talking about?
I think it's Krishni phone.
Krishinabon.
Krishinabon, a crystal shard that the pair of us guarded.
Nefiri never mentioned you.
Normally, we take turns.
Like
Well, you've
shifts.
never met each other.
Only briefly.
I'd like to insight that.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
And if this thing is a servant of Pelor, I feel like I would kind of know.
Okay.
So I'll give guidance on that as well.
How long have you been away from your temple? Do you know?
I didn't realize I was away from my temple. Um, so everybody believes the story, with one small exception. His knowledge of the other Naga was more than just passing.
So he lied to us about that?
Yes.
Can I make like I don't know what check like to see if there's any similarities in the face? Maybe they're nefarious kid or something. If they look younger.
Maybe perception to see if they look alike.
Or investigation. I don't know.
Well, before you do that, roll a perception check.
Everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean they did say that the room down there was deadly, so
I got a 7. Bad time to roll bad.
Just turn off guidance real quick.
Sure. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So Jonesy, as you're looking at this room, its floor does not match the floors in the rest of the castle you've been exploring. And there's images of Pelor etched on the walls. It's as if this entire room had been picked up and moved here.
oof.
Transmutation.
These markings, they seem familiar to me.
Yes, very much so.
And I would wave Tolwyn over, and because she's also an archaeologist. Like, I wouldn't expect him to
Yeah,
know.
I would
but she should.
actually use this feature when you call me or to see the difference. Like
Yeah, so as you're
and seeing their drawings.
as you're looking around, even the floor has tiles set into it that you have seen in the Temple of Pelor here in Greyhawk. But this has explicit Iron Gate markings here and there. It's as if the entire room was just teleported here and somehow put into.
would that be an arcana or a history check to see if I remember of any spells that could transport this on such a large scale?
Roll an Arcana check.
22.
Okay. So you realize that the door coming into this, the room has not been teleported. The door is a portal.
Oh, so the like a wow. Okay, the doors. The door is like a portal to a different place. So he might not actually be in Greyhawk. This portal might actually be in this room might actually be in the Temple of Pelor in Iron Gate. If I'm recalling if I'm seeing this correctly.
You travel to Iron Gate through the store.
Yeah. The walls construction, the floor construction, the pillars, the lighting, none of this
Everything is
matches.
different.
Yes, none of this matches Greyhawk.
Jeez.
What did we say that the Naga's name was?
This one doesn't
You-
have a name on this
yeah.
one.
So we ask, what do we call you? Very politely.
I don't know. The Templars of the Temple of Pelor usually just call me the Snake.
Well, that's rude of them. Since you're not a snake, you're a Naga. You know, that's
Yes.
very
But
rude.
they're dumb people.
We named your friend. She seemed to like it a lot. Would you like us to give you a name as well? And then Brim's really
Makes no difference to me.
Oh. What do we name him?
Something to match his coloring. Like, was a scale from them, or
Yes,
a different Naga?
Yes, that scale matches. And you notice he is shedding several scales.
Are you ill? You seem to be shedding a lot of scales.
I have not seen anyone in a very long time.
So
Have you
it's
this room?
stress shedding,
And how do I reload?
shedding, I guess. Then
He kind of looks over his own body. He's like, yes, I've not been fed. I've not been able to get out of this room. For weeks.
should we like just take him to the Grand Temple of Pelor and then come back, or what do we do?
He might, if he opens the door, he might technically still be.
It's a moment to range.
Yeah, but how would we like make the portal disappear, like so that when he opens the doors, he goes back to where the doors stop being magical.
You can burn the doors. That'll get rid of its magic, and then we might just see a different thing on the other side. Because the magic is on the doors, so if we burn the doors, then there is no magic. So the portal would be closed.
Yeah, but we don't know what would happen, because it's not always like just destroy the door, the magic is dispelled. Sometimes like it could destroy the area that it was like spelled for, like it could destroy the whole room.
Have you tried exiting your room, Naga?
I have. It shocks me when I try to leave.
Oh wait, I haven't walked in. I just could you guys try to like come back through the door just to see if you are able to leave as well?
But yeah.
Sure,
Because if
I'll
it shocks
try.
you, you might be trapped there as well.
I try to exit the door.
You exit just fine.
I have another theory. Can I go back inside? I'll close the door, and then
Yes.
can I try reopening it?
Sure.
I open it up again. Does anything happen? Does
No.
my scene change?
Nothing
Oh.
happens.
It might have just been like a one-time spell.
Can
Well-
Edmund also try it?
Sure. Am I making a sleight of hand?
No, it's the doors are open. You just try to close them, open them, and come through to my side.
Okay. So I
Just
close
in
the
case
door.
it's a Pelor, just in case it's a Pelor specific
Pillar
thing.
specific thing. I see. All right. Let's see. All right. So I close the door and then I open it again. What do I see now?
No change.
Well, looks like you're stuck here in with us under Greyhawk. Would you like to explore the dungeons with us, and then you can head back up and meet Nefiri after?
I mean, they said that the door shocked them whenever they tried to leave, so they specifically can't leave.
Can you try leaving now? The
Can we
door's
ask?
open.
Can we ask the Naga if the door shocking them was a thing in Iron Gate as well? I wouldn't expect it to be, but
He's like, as far as I can tell, I'm still in Iron Gate. But yeah, he tries to go through the door, and bright blue sparks just fill the doorway.
Okay.
can I make an Arcana check to determine where the sparks are coming from?
Sure.
Like, what kind of a containing spell would that be? You know?
Well, it's the continuing spell with condition, because you and I can enter and exit.
Which I have proficiency in, which is nice.
Okay. So the source of the sparks seems to be a small jewel that is almost seems to be embedded in his scales in his neck.
Oh.
I think it would be good to investigate that if he's willing to let us to look at that.
Okay.
And while we're on that, I thought of a cool name for this Naga. If you all agree to it, like, I would ask the Nagas, well, would you mind us calling you Viridian? Because it's the color of your scales and it's pretty.
That is acceptable.
Thank you. So we now have Nafiri and Viridian. I'll just type it here as well.
Jonesy's trying to investigate the jewel in her neck. Can I give her one of the rations? Because
Yes.
he said he hasn't paid some. Okay. Give him.
And while
of my
he's
rations.
investigating the jewel, I'll go check the other door, like if it's trapped and locked. I see a door over here.
Okay.
Nope.
That door is definitely locked, and there are runes all over it.
Are they runes that would be decipherable to a cleric of Pelor?
No.
I'd like to ask. You said Viridian.
Mhm.
Yep.
If he recognizes these.
He's busy eating.
He's like, one of the priests of the temple put those on there. He was actually the last visitor I had.
Do you remember his name?
No, I never asked Two Legs their names.
Two legs. Okay.
I mean, they called him.
What did he look like?
He looked like any other priest, with one exception. He wore armored shoes.
Priest in disguise.
Hmm.
Do you remember, like, what they looked like?
Human, male, beard. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I'm getting a call from my wife. Hello?
Okay.
Oh, did you investigate the jewel?
He's doing it right now.
Cottage cheese. Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay, so you guys were looking at the door. It's covered in ruins. He said that the priest that put the ruins on there wore metal shoes. Was human, male, had a dark beard.
That doesn't really give us much to go off of, other than that he had the weird shoes.
Well, and you said he was a wizard. It could be one of the Duke brothers. The
That is
necromancers.
true. Tony, is that what they looked like before?
The Duke brothers?
Yeah.
You have seen the Duke brothers in different outfits, but one of them does have a dark beard.
Can I try doing animal handling and try to touch the jewel to see if its Viridian reacts anywhere?
Sure, you could roll it.
So I'm not trying to pull it out. I'm just trying to, like hover over it to see if he has any pain or anything when I try to touch it.
Okay.
Got a 17.
Okay. Roll a con save.
I knew that was going to be the sure of like electric damage.
So, give me one sec. So on spell saves, I have advantage because of the spell turning ring.
Okay.
On saves, so that's a 13 and a 23. And if it still hits me, I take half damage.
Okay.
Also on a 20 plus, the damage is reflected back onto the caster using their spell. So I don't know how that works on a trap, but
So you are not teleported to another plane of existence.
no. Sweet.
Uh,
Don't go by.
but what you do experience is momentarily you see an extraordinarily dark tower in a snowy environment, um, with a large crystal at its center. And you see lots of differing creatures, including ogres, trolls, some giants, a bunch of orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, and ogres. Um, and they are gathering and worshiping the crystal you see.
Oh shit, they already have it.
And this is a snowy place, you said?
Yes.
Am I still in this plane, or is it like a vision and I'm back?
You just had a vision in your back.
Uh,
And the crystal in his neck is lightly glowing.
Quick question. If someone says on the Constitution saving throw or something, I don't know, with that spell what's like, can we like cry back at what they're crying at? Is that what's happening as well?
You can roll an Arcana check based on
Okay.
what he saw.
On my hunch?
Yes.
Nope.
I didn't retell the information good enough.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So, well, I retell everything I saw to the party about the Black Tower and them having all the shards, and there's a gathering.
So one other detail that you notice as you're retelling it, the shard that's in his neck looks identical to the shard you saw hanging in the tower. The only difference was the size.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Right. I also mentioned that detail and asked for both of them. Do you think this could be one of the shards that they need to finish the bigger shard?
Or it's part of the bigger shard so that the guardians always know exactly where their shard that they're protecting is, like current position, location,
Do you
just in case
guys,
it gets stolen.
any of you know where there's a snowy plain and a black tower? I've never seen one through my travels.
Mm.
You can all roll history checks.
Well, the Lorak or whatever his name is, he mentioned that the dragons are from up in the north, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
From the ruins.
from the ruins. History check. I got a 15.
And we got 11 and 23 from Jonesy. So Jonesy recalls an old story about the origins of Vecna.
Oh yeah.
Uh, And at one point in time, when he had control of the crystal shard, he had gathered forces 1,000 years ago in a dark tower to the north. But the shard was claimed by a demon before Vecna could do anything.
I just flashed back to Ice Crown Citadel from World of Warcraft, because Vecna is also a lich, like the Lich King.
Yes. Yeah, he's the center of many stories.
Is he was like the Lich King the inspiration, or was the Lich King the inspiration to Vecna? Or
So
the other way
my
around?
inspiration for Vecna actually comes from the original Dungeons and Dragons book from the 1980s.
So they took it. Because they, like the World of Warcraft creators, used a lot of Dungeons and Dragons references, like in spells and such. They took
Yeah.
inspiration from Dungeons and Dragons. So probably Arthas and so on is inspired by Vecna.
Yeah, and now there's a complete Warcraft module for Dungeons and Dragons that was just released like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. I really want to try it.
So do you guys think we should pull the stone out of?
No, leave it there. Leave it with Viridian.
But then we can't read this room.
Jonesy has a suspicion that this is not a fragment. This is actually the Krishnabon crystal.
Oh, okay. Like, what are they worshipping then? A fake?
Yes.
What he
Could
saw
have been the
was a
future.
history.
Oh.
As Jonesy's kind of looking at this door and thinking about like the weird runes, he's kind of wondering if Banfiz is like summonable.
I summon you, Banfiz. And I wiggle my fingers.
Because he kind of recalls how he's just appeared and then also popped out at times.
Yeah, nothing happens so far.
It's like in the
And he's
book.
like,
I
worth
summon
a
you,
shot.
but nothing happened. 3 dots, but nothing happens. Or maybe, wait. Please, Ben, I summon thee.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, at least I tried.
You can roll a fresh perception check, though.
Perception.
Nope.
Perception 24.
Yeah, after you guys make those attempts, the only thing that happens is Bram notices a small white chicken feather falling from the ceiling.
Oh, shh.
Oh, there was chickens here.
I don't know. Do you say that like out loud? Like there's
Yeah,
chicken
I do.
feather
I
floating?
say, has the chicken feathers falling? I said, I didn't know there was chickens here.
I'll move myself out of the room just in case. It's a weird spell or something.
Where are you going, Telgren? Why are you leaving? We can get dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the desk here, like if I can find anything interesting, and on the bodies, like,
No. Essentially, the bodies, all the materials that were on the bodies were destroyed.
Mm.
Even like where they would have worn weapons. There's like rust stains.
Yeah, okay.
Mm. So they got totally cooked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Judgment's Cube ate everything. Apparently they didn't have magical items.
So,
Bummer.
what are we trying to do with Viridian? Are we trying to? I mean, we can't take him out,
No,
and we don't want to pull the gem out of him.
no. If it's the gem, if it's the actual shard, then no.
Did Nefuri have a identical shard?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, they did. He did say that
But-
they changed like shifts. Or
Right.
something.
No, I know
they did
that,
shifts.
but still.
Did you know you had a shard in your scales?
The priest placed it there.
The one with the metal boots?
Oh no.
The arm?
No, this was many, many, many years before that. When I was first brought here, they placed that on my neck.
Ah, okay. We were concerned that the priest may have done that to you, and that's why you were stuck here.
But that is the source of what's causing him being shocked.
Maybe. Wait. Could this shard be spelled so that its guardian cannot leave the temple?
And that's why they have to move the whole temple here. Or the whole room
Yeah,
here.
because they couldn't move the Naga with the
Mm.
shard. Maybe they couldn't remove the shard from the Naga, from Viridian, and they couldn't remove Viridian from the temple to bring him here, so they had to bring everything here.
But then how did Nefiri get here? Obviously, he didn't have the shard in.
Yeah,
his,
that's true. He didn't have
neck,
the shard.
but-
He was teleported. He was kidnapped, right? That's what he said.
No,
She
I
said
thought she was
he's-
teleported.
Yeah.
All
He
three of
couldn't be
you roll
teleported 'cause of the-
insight checks.
Ah, okay, insight. I'm pretty. How? I rolled a 1? I rolled a
13.
freaking 2. Plus 6 on insight, and I rolled a 2. I'm upset.
My game is being very slow and glitchy.
I understand the pain.
Alright, insight, don't tell me now.
Nice.
Okay. Jonesy,
Dude, Jonesy's rolling hot today.
you
For the first whole time.
realize that the room has not been teleported. All they've done is they've basically blocked off one door to prevent him from Viridian from leaving the room. The door that you guys come and go, he's still prevented from leaving, but that's coming from a different power. But you also realize something that you've been seeing but haven't recognized was there seems to be lines of power leading to this room from about the castle.
How many lines are we talking about, Jonesy?
There's at least 6.
Like cables?
Very similar, but they're actually like grooved into the floor.
Does it seem like there were more that were like like dissipated, or just is this the same amount of lines?
You
Because
guys,
I was thinking maybe the two dragons we killed, like the
the
dragons could be the line holders.
there were more of these lines on the second level. All right,
Are there like runes on the lines?
there are not.
Okay.
And we're gonna call it there for today.
Okay.
Okay.
Let our minds work on the problem a little
Yeah.
more.
I just realized that the staff of Arcane Wheel has teleport. I wonder if I can just teleport him out of this room. Because it doesn't seem like it's the jewel. It seems like it's the door that's stopping him from exiting.
Yeah,
I think that the
something.
teleport spell is specific to teleportation circles. Like if you know of a teleportation circle somewhere, then
But
you
we
can
do know.
teleport to that specific circle.
We do know of a circle. It's the one that's in the other room where when we were running away from the hill giant.